Let's check in with the voicemail. How about that?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's see what's on your mind.
You must contact me.
Play back the entire message.
What message?
Message, Doctor, the message.
The Emperor commands you to make contact with him. It's a trick. Send no reply.
Hey guys, long-term listener and Patreon supporter Dave from Tampa here. Hey, on a recent episode you were talking about Sigourney Weaver and the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, speculating about what the time jump may be and also what potentially Baby Yoda's enhanced skills could be. So it made me think of a question for you guys. Do you think Baby Yoda is going to have a speaking role in this movie? I mean, Yoda spoke basics, so why not Baby Yoda? And if so, do you think that would be good, or would it be too jarring, considering Baby Yoda didn't really speak in the series aside from a few baby noises here and there? And if you do, who would you like to do the voice of Baby Yoda? Anyway, thanks for all the content and keep doing what you're doing. RFR number 1. Cheers.
Oh, man. Why do I get the sense that this is like when Maggie Simpson was going to have her first words on The Simpsons? Didn't it end up being Elizabeth Taylor that did the voice of Maggie? Wow, this puts a lot of pressure on us to...
who's the Elizabeth Taylor of today who could be the voice of Grogu?
Man, oh,
That's
man.
Do you think Grogu will start speaking in this film?
Oh, man. I would not be a bit surprised if they give us a big Grogu moment where he says his first words. Why not do it on the big screen? But who's the voice? You know what I like? Okay, I think they would just need to do what they did in the classic Charlie Brown specials. They got to go with a kid. I think they've got to somehow. I don't want it to be some stunt casting or a celeb. I really think they got to just cast a kid in there that's got a cute little voice and have him, give a line or two. That's what I'd like to see. Keep it authentic.
Well, I wonder who the cute kid of the moment is. Back in the day, you would always know. You'd be like, oh, yeah, Nicholas from 8 is Enough. Or Joey Lawrence. Whoa.
Oh, no.
Remember those
Can you
guys?
imagine? Yeah, right.
There's always a cute kid. Even Jaleel White, Urkel, our own Jaleel White, was a cute kid of the moment. Gary Coleman, what you talking about? Who's the cute kid of the moment who can live up to those standards? I don't know.
Is that even a thing anymore?
Cute kids?
Yeah, there's a lot of cute kids out there, but on television and internet.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah, there's a lot of cute kids out there.
I just, where it was such a thing where if a show started losing its luster, especially shows that centered around kids, the old thing was, let's get a new kid, let's get another cute kid in there. But but I don't know who the flavor of the month is when it comes to kid actors, especially at that age. I don't know. I'm so used to Grogu not talking that the idea of him talking, it just seems really strange to me. I
know.
I honestly, until this voicemail came across our desk, I hadn't given it a single thought. Now it's all I can think about.
Well,
should he
thanks
talk?
to David for throwing it out there. He's a valued Patreon supporter, David. And it really gets you thinking. I mean, they could bring in a kid voice.
Yeah.
And that would be great. But what if they go for some celebrity? Because you know how Jon Favreau likes to do that.
Oh, man.
Bring in a Danny DeVito or a Cheech Marin or something.
No, it's definitely going to be, with Favreau, it's going to be like some comedian. It's probably going to be Timothy Chalamet or somebody like that.
Oh, okay.
Somebody who's really, super
in his
popular.
In his Bob Dylan voice.
Yeah.
That's very specific.
Yes.
James Mangold can make the arrangements. He's Star Wars. So, Baby Yoda, will he speak? Well, of course, Jeremy Allen White is being brought in to be the voice of Rada the Hutt. But right. Rada's all grown up now.
Right.
Very different from the Grogu situation, where it's a Baby Yoda situation. Will Baby Yoda speak? I don't know if he will, but I think it would be appropriate if he did say something. His first words should be, "This is the way." That would make Dad so proud.
Wow,
This is the way.
that's it. I was thinking something Force related, but no, he's more Mando than he is Jedi, of course. Yeah.
This is the way.
Maybe they'll ask me to provide the voice.
Hearing you do it, I'm thinking, yeah, that's.
This is the way.
They could just take that right off the podcast.
Are you
This is
are you
the way.
donating that right now?
Yeah,
Are you
this is
making
not
it
an
available?
audition. This is the actual thing. Okay.
All right,
This is the
here we
actual
go.
recording session. Somebody tell Matthew Wood this is happening.
All right, I'm gonna give you the cue. All right, Mr. McInerney.
Yes,
All right, are you ready? Do you feel
yes.
good? Do you need any water
Come on,
or
let's
anything?
roll,
Are you
baby.
okay?
Let's roll. Come on, let's go.
Okay,
I'm a
all right,
businessman.
all right.
Come on.
Gang, Mr. Max in a hurry. Okay, all right, and action.
This is the way.
That's gold, baby. Gold.
Oh,
Print it. I'm out.
Yeah.
Send me my check.
There it is.
So there it is.
No charge.
Will Baby Yoda speak? No, I think the odds are pretty good. I would like to see something happen in this film that elevates it beyond just another episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I want to see big things. And it's so hard to determine now when you hear TV shows have such massively overblown budgets of 300 million, 400 million. They say with Andor, the 2 seasons is like $650 million to produce those shows.
However, because they've been able to spread that out across 2 seasons, when you look at the cost per minute, cost per episode, Andor is the cheapest. Now, I know there's a big asterisk after that because, I mean, they've cut the biggest checks, but look, Gilroy has been able to do something that the others haven't, and that is give us 12 episodes a season, 2 seasons, and if the first season showed us anything, it's incredible consistency. I don't think that there's been, I mean, Mando season 1, Mando season 2 were great, but as far as keeping the consistency that Andor did from episode to episode, I think Andor has done it best. I think they win it for me in terms of just knowing what you're going to get every week and not being disappointed at all. There was no filler in Andor. Looking back.
I have to agree with you. And also I am not taking into account the, cost per minute, because Andor, those were meatier episodes. Those weren't your typical Star Wars streaming series, half-hour little jaunts. These were meaty, almost hour-long episodes, typically.
Yeah.
So I guess, the price per minute, it all adds up. So I hope they really dump a lot of cash into the Mando and Grogu movie so we can see some things that will melt our faces.
Yeah, oddly enough, those budget numbers haven't shown up. You would think with, you got a lot of people interested in making hay over budgets and all of that. I've not heard, maybe it's out there and I just haven't heard about it, but I haven't heard anyone really talking about the budget of that film.
No, I don't think these are things that get revealed before the fact, before the release. I think it adds up over time. And then with the productions happening in London, I believe there are certain things that are more publicly available, readily available to the public.
Right.
As far as those numbers go. So, well, we'll have to wait and find out. But will Grogu speak? I don't know. But I think if he does, he will say,
This is the way.
all right.
All right, just to spare you the email, just a quick search says that it is reportedly set at approximately 120 million. That's based on, I think, some conjecture. Certainly nothing official from Lucasfilm or Disney, but that's what some analysts are estimating, 120 million, which is relatively low when you look at the other Star Wars movies and the streaming series.
Yeah, George kept a tight leash on things, but the
Yeah.
Disney era, there was no ceiling for that kind of thing. It was just spend, spend, spend. So we'll see. We'll see if they're gonna present us with more of a bargain basement sort of Star Wars story. All that matters is that they pull off a good story. Really,
That's
we're
right.
at that point now. We're at that point. But we still need some things to melt our faces. I mean, we're going to the movie theater to see a Star Wars movie, for crying out loud. You got to give the public what they want.
For sure. Well, David, thanks for the voicemail. And if you're on the Rebel Force Radio official Facebook group, and you should, you just got to answer a couple of quick questions and prove to the admins there that you're a listener. Start a thread. Who should do the voice of Baby Grogu, Baby Yoda? Go ahead and start that, and people can jump in and share their thoughts.
But better yet, David said he was a Patreon supporter. We have a community tab there where there's a lot of general Star Wars discussion going on. And in my opinion, it's the greatest place on the internet to have random Star Wars discussions with strangers. So check it out and make those strangers your friends, like a lot of RFR Patreon supporters have.
I like what you said. Star Wars conversations with strangers.
Yeah. Star Wars conversations with strangers. Hey, that's how me and Jason started that way.
We were once strangers.
You have to start somewhere.